call myself a semi-professional costumer because I do it, well, I do commissions, but I've been doing this for many years. Dorian, on the other hand, well,
I'm Dorian Bug, and I'm a professional costumer and professor of costume design in Nashville.
yes, that's why you're here in your
That's why I'm
audience.
here.
Also, we're really good at rigging things for when, because we're poor.
Yeah,
we
very
cosplay all the
poor.
time. We are poor, so
This is our third convention in a row.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, instead of like doing a normal budgeting costume thing, we basically, well, I don't think we coined it, but we started saying like every time we put something together out of stuff we made around our house or whatever, we're like, dude, you totally MacGyvered that.
Yes.
I can.
Yay! Go, Sarah, go.
Yeah.
Tell them I have an awesome beard.
And an arc reactor. Tell
It
them
took
you
me
have
2
an arc
hours to
reactor.
trim it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did.
why you know work? Oh, there you go. Yay! So there are ways to keep a budget.
Yep.
This is what we're mostly going to focus on because, I mean, you will probably need some or access to like someone who can sew. Modification
Liquid
is
Stitch
key.
can be your friend, as I found out yesterday.
That's true. Liquid Stitch is awesome.
You see the Zelda group tomorrow? Your room's almost completely put together.
Zelda's trim is all completely liquid stitched on right now. Well, yeah, for the most part.
Epic Zelda cosplay.
Yeah, you can totally make stuff out of like junk around your house. Like you have some old curtains. Let's see, tablecloths. This is the tablecloth. Bed sheets we made. Well, you made a Miss Martian costume, like a cape out of a bed sheet. The whole costume is like made out of t-shirts.
Yeah, I made an entire Miss Martian mini dress, 3 colors out of 3 different t-shirts assembled, which we've got pictures of later, right?
I do have a picture of it.
Okay, good.
Yes. Oh, I did that because of your Harry Mason pipe.
Oh yeah, I have PVC pipe. I actually use PVC pipe for a lot of things, but my favorite things, I have a silent little pipe that's made out of PVC pipe and then texturized to look rusty, so people won't get on to me
So we can
grabbing
hit
a real
people and it not really.
and it not really hurt people.
Usually, I
Actually, I almost had someone try to confiscate it from me once at a con. Like, why are you carrying around a lead pipe? It's like plastic here.
Wiring, lighting, arc reactor.
This
That
is
was
a
totally
click-
homemade.
It's a homemade click light. One of those little dollar click lights you get at the dollar store. They have a piece of the suction cup and a piece of plastic from the casing that the wire came in. Oh, and a blue coffee filter.
Yes.
So it's not so
So
bright.
you can use like anything, really. I don't know. Like, keep talking about stuff that you've used around your house, like that, like Han.
Han, actually the Han Solo vest is actually made out of a single BDU t-shirt, the black BDU. I took the sleeves off and used the material from the sleeves to make all the extra pattern, or all the extra pockets. So it was a one-time like $3 purchase from Goodwill.
That's what I did on for my Kaylee coveralls too, because I got like some old nasty vintage coveralls and I wanted to make them as screen accurate as possible. And they didn't have a pocket, so I just used the sleeves and took the pocket out.
I went to Dragon Con last year and I was doing Watson from Sherlock Holmes because I really love facial hair apparently.
We'll have that picture.
And I forgot my tie, and none of the stores around the Dragon Con area had a solid black tie, so I took a piece of elastic and a headband and made a makeshift tie that tucked into my suit. I like my tie too.
I also like that you made another tie too out of, what was it?
My Haruka tie was made out of a piece of ice tape.
Exactly. It looked good.
Can't find solid ties anywhere.
No, you cannot.
No.
Yay! I love it. Okay, so MacGyvering. Basically, we just talked about this, but that's okay. Hot glue. We are fans of using hot glue for everything, especially molding things. Duct tape or
Hot glue mold in front of you.
hot glue mold in front of me. Ceremony metal from Star Wars.
Yeah, it's totally made out of hot glue.
That is totally made out of hot glue. Touch it.
It's got a piece of cardboard backing from the hotel room on it.
Oh my god, it does.
Wow.
I shared in Atlanta, okay. I use
So
some
now it's a keepsake and a memento.
we have a friend that has this address, she does this, or addresses us to Stargate,
Yeah.
and her little chevrons are actually all made out of hot glue. Let's see, duct tape.
Use bathroom caulk as the negative mold piece.
Yes. By the way, don't spend a ton of money
Yeah,
on
don't
silicone
spend $40
mold,
on
like dragon
on dragon
skin. I mean,
skin.
granted, it's great.
Spend $3 on bathroom caulk.
Thank you. It sets in 3 hours. You can do resin casting. It's great. Like what I put under my. Oh yeah, that bag I actually made out of an old pair of Kaylee coveralls that she donated. And she redid hers. I just wanted to put like, look, just take some of my bag that I made for. Send me a picture. I just made it.
That's my Mark.
There's your. Oh, that's your Mark 1?
Yeah, see, it's
Oh, it is different. Duct tape.
duct tape,
Laura's sword.
which is how my arc reactor is stuck to me right now.
No, Laura's sword.
Oh yeah, Laura made a sword out. She used the yardstick and some aluminum foil and duct tape and made a sword out of it.
She cosplayed Hikaru from, or picture of it? No, I don't. I wish I did. For Magic Knight Rare, and she has this humongous sword. And, God, that thing looked good. But, I mean, I figured it would weigh a ton because if it were me, I wouldn't have thought, hey, just use foil and duct tape and a yardstick. But I would.
I'm currently making Iron Man out of cardboard.
Yes, you are. Aren't you going to make it out of Bondo, too?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Bondo is your friend.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I started sanding it today because I was hoping to have like the whole arm done with some wires going up in it. The paper mache crumbled.
I forgot that it was really late when I made this one.
Yeah, what?
Sorry. No, I mean, adhesive. Ooh, yeah. What? Hot glue. Oh, yeah.
Using hot glue.
All right, now we're just going to show like a bunch of, we're going to keep talking, but we're going to show like a bunch of examples of stuff. Like, that is
Feel
all
free to
stuff.
raise your hand and ask questions because
Yes, please.
exciting discussion. Yes.
Yes.
The hot glue mold.
Hot glue, yes.
How do you actually, what are the process to use to actually mold it?
I made a positive mold out of cheap Sculpey clay, or you can make it out of Crayola Magic, which also Crayola Magic.
As long as it's sulfur free though, because the silicone doesn't like to set if you have sulfur in your mold.
Cool
or
thing
in
about
your
Crayola Magic,
model
though,
clay.
if you make a positive out of Crayola Magic, you can actually sand it and treat it like Bondo if you're really careful. So it can be a really cheap positive mold, which is permanent, but it's not waterproof, so it'll melt if you get it out in the rain. But you make a positive out of Sculpey, and then we made the negative out of bathroom caulk, $3, and then use hot glue for the other positive fills.
You can also use cube part epoxy.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was wondering how you dealt
epoxy at
with
the
the
dollar
heat.
store.
Do what?
I was wondering how you would deal with the heat because, I didn't
Oh
melt the
yeah,
mold.
it's fine actually.
Yeah, I use high temp, not low temp.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah, low temp will melt your car. High temp it won't.
apparently hot glue does not
That's lasted 2
melt
years
to
so
touch
far.
the Sculpey and you're baking it either. Found that out last night. I was making a jewel for a Princess Zelda that I'm doing tomorrow, and it's got plastic, like it's got a plastic square that, because she has a diamond shaped jewel here. It was a piece that I got off the bottom of my coffee table. Because I was all distraught, like, how am I going to make this jewel? And I was like,
Pieces that you put at the bottom of the coffee table.
yeah, to keep it from digging in the carpet. And I just kind of sighed, looked down, and went, that's the right size.
She stole from her coffee table.
I did.
For a costume.
Yes, I did. And then I bias taped it and Sculpey did hot glue and it looks great.
Okay, so talk about Applejack here.
Applejack! Because everybody knows ponies are a humongo thing right now. Because they're awesome.
Where'd Applejack?
I know. Ponies drive people away. The outfit was actually stuff I already had, but it did come from Goodwill because I spent all my money on big costumes and not really clothing. The hat that I did, the thing I actually bought was the hat for that outfit. I already had the boots, and then I bought my ears and wig off of another cosplayer, which ended up having our entire group go buy ears from Yayama.
It was a subsidiary of Yaya. She was not there. So.
Well, I know Yayama. It was her.
They had a My Little Pony booth at my convention that I ran last week. They had a pony booth at an anime convention.
Shut up, ponies are awesome. You like ponies.
I do.
Like you're Julie Brody. Anybody else Brody? Because I like ponies. I know, it drives people away. It's okay. No, all pony fans are ponies. Anyway. I let you talk about your knee.
God, look at my horrible bleached hair. I have
It's
a wig
okay.
for that now.
Yeah, the wig has been upgraded.
The wig has been upgraded. Yeah,
I
I
don't know if you
mean,
guys can see that.
most of this is actually MacGyver stuff. The base of it's actually my first wig that I got on mega super sale at a closeout store for nothing. So that's the only part that I sewed. The pants are from my Luke Skywalker costume.
I didn't know. Are they your Obi-Wan pants?
They're my old Obi-Wan pants.
Okay.
The lantern I actually got at a thrift store for $5, and then the light up fairy that's on the inside I bought at a convention for $10, but it's held in there by a piece of a pizza box. So we kind of made
Is
a
there
little,
hot glue in there?
no, there's not hot glue because it's got batteries and wires. So we made a little like template that's set on the top of it out of a pizza box, and we kind of just plop the fairy in there. She stays in a nice little middle range area and doesn't scream, "Hey, listen."
She's a silent.
The baldric is actually made out of 2 belts that I bought at Goodwill, and then it's actually masking taped together over the studs. And then I have a really cheap sword that's on the back of it that's made out of plywood. And the shield's made out of a road sign that I found on the side of the road on the interstate one day.
I wish we had brought this.
Pretty sure
Now I'm
that's
wishing we had
not-
Yeah,
brought
my
this.
shield, you'll see my shield tomorrow.
It's
awesome.
amazing. And it's even battle damage.
I did all the
now.
different templates out of
Which
poster
one?
board. So I did each individual. There's a 3-layer template on it. It's got the blue, the red, and then the gold templates on it, and they're all done out of poster board individually. So it's like 50 cents per template. And then I actually do reenactment, like the fighting reenactments at Renaissance festivals. So I took it to a couple of practice sessions, and we beat the hell out of it with some real swords. So it's got all these nice battle damage going on. But yeah, that's my favorite, the road signs shield.
Please feel free to interrupt with questions, seriously.
Yeah, any questions about my
Yeah.
eyebrows in the picture?
How does it feel to be intelligent or wealthy philanthropist?
Well, no, the billionaire playboy philanthropist.
Yeah, sorry.
Awesome.
I can't wait to be here.
Oh my god.
OT3.
Where did Pepper go? She's gone.
Oh, we did lose Pepper. Whoops.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, here. Well, that's not very good. It was not very good. He actually ended up making the coordinating Zelda.
Yeah, I made Zelda out of craft foam.
And what I wrote up there.
Oh yeah, and the antique silk I found for 50 cents a yard, which is.
I wish you still had that. 'Cause I would totally put it.
I have like 10 more. Oh, you talking about the dress?
No, I
Is
have
that-
the pink. I remember making that. The dress.
But yeah, we made that armor, and then the
So it's craft foam, but what else? It's like
the
these
jewelry
paint.
and it's craft foam with hot glue and paint,
Mhm.
and then who's texting me?
Seriously.
I was trying to get Pepper back in here.
I probably
And then
did.
it's craft foam and spray paint, and then all of the jewelry is made out of hot glue, like the positive mold with Sculpey clay, negative mold out of bathroom
We're
caulk.
not fans of molding anything.
No, yeah, positive Sculpey, negative bathroom caulk, and then positive in hot glue to keep it where you can keep making new ones as they break. They're also more sturdy when they're made out of hot glue instead of Sculpey clay. Sculpey clay likes to crumble when it's 80 degrees outside, and hot glue, if it's high temperature, will not crumble.
Yes.
You can also treat it and seal it, unlike you can in Sculpey. Because when you treat and seal Sculpey, it'll still crumble.
Yes. My poor tiny buckle. Even though it had like 7 layers of lacquer and paint on it, it broke. Now I have a metal one. You can talk about your name. You
Oh
guys
yeah,
are here.
we're doing Skyward Sword tomorrow. We're doing an epic Zelda Skyward Sword group tomorrow.
That was
and-
all finished last night.
Yeah, we finished it last night around 1 in the morning.
At 1:30.
Girahim is made out of 2 really cheap bodysuits that we bought from Millennium, and we glued one to the other one, cutting out all of the different,
Using liquid stitch. all
using
over
liquid
that
stitch.
thing.
It took 2 hours to cut out all these circles. We glued them individually so they'd stay the right shape.
Oh, no, diamonds.
And then the cape, I drafted the pattern for the cape. It pretty much is
Didn't the
standard.
fabric
So
come from Sirs?
fabric came from Sirs and it was super cheap.
So we're not against like purchasing stuff like for fabric, because Sirs has stuff for like 50 cents, $1 a yard. Can't really argue.
You're-
Kind of like how Bears was here. I miss Bears. It was awesome.
Girahim's belt was made out of a piece of cardboard box and some Sculpey clay.
That's. Let's see, Zelda's.
Do you have
Oh, Zelda's belt is made out of
Zelda's
wooden
belt's
disc.
made out
Or wooden disc that I glued. She has like an old belt now. I had some winter flat disc and some wooden dome disc. I glued them together, painted them, and I glued the crap out of them to a ribbon. With
nice
these
little
6,000 because that stuff does not come apart. It weighs 5 pounds.
Next slide.
It's because we're running really fast. I don't have any
I
slides.
thought you had like tons of slides.
Oh God, Lisa! Lisa! So to go with his Harry, I was like, well, I will totally be your Lisa Garland. The dress was from Goodwill, but it was like $2, I think, and I modified it. Like I had to shorten the sleeves on it, shorten the hem on it for sure. The hat was just like $2 at the scrub shop. The cardigan I made because it was an ugly sweater that I had in my house that I was never going to wear again. The screen accurate version actually does not have buttons or anything on it, so I literally like slid it up the front and sewed the edges down so it wouldn't fray. And I made the armband and her name tag and everything else stuff I already had at home. And I actually sharpied the letters and the dark stripes on it.
Show me my exciting
I wish you had Harry pictures. Do
I
I?
don't have any pictures of that.
We don't have pictures.
It's the only time I've worn it.
There's your face.
Oh yeah.
Talk about your makeup and prosthetics.
There you are.
Hi, Pepper.
Shield dog.
We ignore Shield right now.
Yes, we do. My favorite Japanese singer is Gakta, so I wanted to cosplay him at one point. And my favorite version of him is when he was a Nazi Terminator for the Requiem at Reminiscence Live. Because he did the theme song to Sarah Connor Chronicles in Japan. And I was like, I have no idea how I'm going to do this Terminator makeup. And I was sitting in my kitchen one day and saw this roll of aluminum foil and I'm like, yay.
As all most good prosthetics and costumes have been, you just kind of look go.
Yes.
Use that for something. Also, why we're partially hoarders.
So I cut slivers of aluminum foil out and glued them to my face, and then put liquid latex over top of them, treated it, and then ripped them back open and used black eyeliner to symbolize laser burns. And it turned out really well. That's like mid-stage right there. Do you have any other finished ones?
No, on the computer. No, it's on your drive. Sorry.
They're on my cosplay.com profile.
Is Jarvis not able to upload the career?
We were having issues. Okay, so here's the t-shirt, Miss Martian.
Jarvis isn't talking to me.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's the Miss Martian dress out of t-shirts. 3 extra large t-shirts.
cut down the size.
Cut down the size.
Free-handed the big X pattern on
I
there.
did for him, that was a Sharpie.
With my yeah, she just, you made the gloves out of the t-shirts.
I did. I
Or
made
was
the
that bed sheets?
No, I made the gloves out of the t-shirt. The only thing made out of the bed sheet was the
Cape and the boot
the
covers?
cape and the boot covers were made out of the bed sheet, but the dress and the gloves were made out of t-shirts that I bought at Goodwill because we had to make it in like 2 days.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I need more people for Young Justice, and Mary's like, if you make me the costume, I'll wear it.
Yeah, this thing we had a friend actually do the sculpting for
And then we
us.
remade it because she loved it so much. And spandex.
Okay, and now it takes 2 hours to paint her.
Yeah, now it does take 2.5 hours to paint her tights. Yeah, and that one she's wearing the tights and the armbands.
Yeah, she is.
Is she wearing tights on her arms as
On her
well?
arms.
Yeah, she's got
She
tights in her arms
yeah,
and
she's-
legs in that picture.
She cut out and sewed finger holes for it because
Yeah.
the gloves were going to be covered. Cut out the crotch, just kind of wrapped it around.
Yeah, it just kind of goes on like a
herself.
shirt.
Works great. It's easier than doing a bodysuit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done it with arms before like that.
Recently she became a perfectionist and now we have to paint her entire body every time she wants to wear this.
She can paint herself. Well, I'm not her handler.
She can't reach everywhere.
I'm still not her handler, so I don't paint her.
Yeah, it was 2.5 hours. So it's me dressed as Robin and Pepper up here dressed as Zatanna, like paintbrushing her in the bathroom. Yeah.
Come on in. The water's fine.
Yeah, we did do the roots on the wig with a Sharpie.
I wish I had. I hate that I forgot to. I had it. I was supposed to bring it.
Yeah, the dress. She was wearing the dress.
I had the cake too, and I forgot. Well, I didn't forget. I was up until
We were up
almost
till
till 2 finishing it. It's Zelda's fault. Anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, does anybody have any costumes on right now that they made from stuff around their house? Yes, you in the back who I do not know. Come on up here, Laura. Different Laura than this one.
In front of all of these people? Okay.
Yes, in front of all these people.
Corsets for me, I think. A friend, I bought it from a friend who got it off.
Yeah.
Is your earpiece made
Same
out of
as corset though. It's like
Clock
really
parts?
awesome.
cloth parts? Are they actual cloth parts or are they the people, the scrapbooking stuff?
Actual clock parts?
Mm. I love that.
I've made everything but this and this.
That's
I've
okay
made-
because those corsets are really not budget breaking.
I got this
They have a sale right now,
at the Goodwill too.
There's a saying that we had in the costume shop at the Nashville Ballet. It was, if you can't find it, buy it. If you can't buy it, make it.
So, is there anything?
Or if you should order by it. Yeah, you're talking about your wings, because I like your wings a lot.
I took wire and shaped them, and actually they're in a U shape, so to stick down my corset, and I took pantyhose, slid them over, and painted them. And glitter. Lots of glitter. Glitter's cool.
Talking about a different method. Are you still doing that?
I'm going to actually do cellophane wings. Out of hangers, some iridescent cellophane, spray adhesive, glitter, and
I was gonna use
floral wire and floral tape.
I was gonna use mat board for
Because I have all of that
bathing
stuff at
unit.
home.
Just like
Because
regular
I
artist
do
mat board.
floral arrangements and junk. What?
Like the artist mat board that you can get for like 15 by 20 squares to do the bathing in it, so it'll be a little bit more sturdy.
You want to do cardboard?
No, mat board, not cardboard. It's thinner, but still sturdy. Still paperish.
Still cardboard. See, I'm
I did
wire.
wings once where I actually mounted the wings onto very
Ladies,
small
good.
springs so that they would simply
I had
bounce.
some springy wings when I was
Yeah,
a teenager.
I thought it was real cute. That they were for my daughter when she was
Hey, she
younger.
totally MacGyvered a steampunk gun.
That is an awesome gun.
It has.
Is it Nerf?
No, it was like a 97
It's
cent
giant.
Walmart.
Oh my gosh, there's like buttons.
2,000
Buttons, there's a bracelet, it's the top bit. Something for my brother's favorite sauce is the back thing.
Oh, that's Chipotle. Or no, that's Cholula. There you go.
Bottle tops. I'm such a fan of using bottle tops on everything.
And plastic
What's the belt
spray
buckle we
paint,
sell
spreading
here?
one. you must
Beast
know.
Boys belt buckle.
Do what?
We use a
Plastic
peanut
spray
butter jar.
Plastic spray paint.
And then acrylic is the colors.
Oh wait, is that a symbol?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm gonna Google your gun.
That's fine.
And a necklace. I love that. That's really cute.
Cassidy pack my
You should pass that up. Yes.
Look at it was a belt. It's around my holster.
Oh, okay. I was like, what mug? So sweet. Priorities.
Should I pass this down? Is there any other questions?
I don't know. But you should have.
Oh.
No, no. Wait, hold on.
So anyone wants to see
Yeah, come over.
gun?
You might not get it back if I get it though, so.
I will attack you for it.
But we do not keep props. We look and pass and share. And return in one piece. Unless it's. I'm pretty sure that's the last line actually.
Why don't you eat it when next girl?
I like questions about like techniques or anything or sources because we're really good at finding random things that we can be like, I could make a costume out of that.
Sheets make great
So-
fabric.
Oh yeah, that's fine. You work here. I appreciate it. Yes.
So, how do y'all figure out what shape you all want as far as the fabric to be in? I mean, do you all have like templates or?
Big. Usually big. Template for like fabrics for shapes that we want at the end.
Especially since, if you're trying to be like a character from an anime or something, they got really unusual clothing that's not going to resemble what you've normally got.
He's an artist. We make him draft things.
Yeah, I draft patterns.
I draft patterns too, but not like you do.
I'm a professor of fashion design, so I have access to a lot of really cool software too.
Nice. So then we can be like, okay, this is gonna need like this much fabric.
Or something
That can be like a curtain.
There's a really great method called the draping method, which is easy for beginners to learn.
Actually, Laura's doing a panel on it. I think.
Draping, yeah,
I think so.
There's a panel on it.
Tomorrow? I don't know.
Where you basically, you'll have someone your size or you'll create your own mannequin using duct tape and newspaper, and you throw the fabric over and cut it in the shape you need it.
That's actually what I did for Kate. Who was here? Well, not who was here last year? And you're like, who was the masquerade?
I'm your assistant, it's my job.
Big fluffy pink dress.
Yeah.
I draped that dress. I did not use a pattern for the entire thing. That's why it took me so long to do it. The fabric was literally just muslin I had around the house because I like having muslin around the house. I mean, but that whole thing was hand drafted.
My CL from Black Butler, the party outfit, I inspired jacket and pants.
I draped this.
Knickerbocker.
Actually, no, I didn't. I laid down muslin on the floor and said, I don't need no stinking pattern. I'm sorry. I'll show you.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. Oh wait, I do have more slides. I lied.
I knew you did.
It works for Ren Fair too. I made my gown out of curtains. This was like ugly fringe off of a lampshade. But I put it with 6 other different trims on. It kind of looks And it comes
Children
up
in
where I want
line.
to leave. It looks, well, more than him being crooked right there. I did
She's
use
like the third
a
one.
huge necklace for the girdle belt. My brother's outfit was completely made and donated by me. I donated my old pirate pants to him. But this,
I didn't bring it with me, but I have the shower curtain.
these are wooden toggles off like an old nasty coat that my mom had from the 80s. I say old nasty coat of wood. And that was just a curtain panel. It had like a weird balance on it. It's like his favorite thing to wear. The one on the right, that was a Mariska gown, the big mega. It had humongous sleeves. And she modified it and turned it into a really nice, like German type gown.
Really?
Yeah. She's so happy. She makes me wear it.
I made a dumpling out of the shower curtain.
Yes, you did.
It was kind of a fabricy textured one, but it still had the vinyl backing, so whenever it rained, the water would just fall right off.
I want to do that now. I mean, I'm sure it's really hot, but
Oh yeah, did not breathe.
well, no, it's got vinyl back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, belts make awesome.
Oh, Sherlock! Sorry, I bought it.
The little version.
This is like my favorite outfit you do. I don't care.
That photo shoot was so much fun and
It was.
weird as hell.
Talk about your Watson.
Okay, so
I'm gonna look.
well,
and stare at Sherlock.
Well, Sherlock right there is completely out of my closet
And free.
and free. Oh yeah, and I was like, I need a Sherlock because I really want to make this Watson suit because I'm obsessed with Victorian fashion. And then I had people coming on board work saying, I want to do this.
Except Kristen's awesome.
So Kristen's awesome and can do absolutely anything. And the wig was actually left over from the costume shop after I was no longer, like, we had a costume shop that I worked for. It was the No More Players. We were a fighting troupe, and we'd go to Renaissance festivals and do sword fighting shows. And when it disbanded, I got all of the wigs. All the
That
wigs.
would be why you have.
That would be why I have that big closet of wigs. So that was a leftover wig from that. And then I actually used an actual historical fashion pattern for the Watson suit. I drafted it from an 8.5 by 11 page, and then I blew it up to my measurements. But my favorite part about that is the cane. It's made out of a dowel rod that I stained and then sanded down the end. There's a doorknob on the end to make it look like a cane, and this is just a piece of lacquered paper that I drew with a ballpoint pen. You can actually come up and see all the little individual marks on it.
But it's pretty.
It is screen accurate actually. This is the exact pattern that he has on his cane in the movies. Because I like being the hot dude law version. I like your subtitles here.
Sorry. I told you it's the favorite.
I don't get to wear this a whole lot because Kristen's never at the same cons I'm at.
That's okay. Thank you for donating fabric to my Mrs. Watson
Yeah.
costume. So
10
that's gonna
yards
cost
of
me
taffeta.
nothing to make.
That
might be
bustle,
nothing,
that bustle's so MacGyver.
It's gonna be screwed. It's,
I don't even want to think about it.
You need her to work on that reading, lady.
Where are you finding suiting material for $1?
Sirs Fabrics in Fayetteville, Tennessee.
And they have a website.
They do, and no, usually I'll head up to there whenever they say they're having a sale. I'll spend maybe $30, $40 on 2 trash bags of fabric, and it's all leftover remnants from like actual legit fashion lines. So they have Ralph Lauren fabric, they have Chanel fabric, they have.
Literally to like expensive decorator fabric for like his.
They had tables of decorator curtains from Las Vegas last time we went.
Oh, that's right, the velvet curtains.
And they had all those like quilted oh, it was so gorgeous. What's the name?
There's a necklace that said tigers, and I cut it to say tiger. Now it's the tiger gun. And hot glue, so much hot glue.
Oh yeah, so hot glue keeps costumes together. It does. Hot glue keeps costumes together.
Did you make the belt?
There's some sort of fabric and big felt to make
Oh, you know that
that's like what we use on,
the plague doctor
Homecoming.
from the plague doctor from Assassin's Creed that I keep stalking at every convention. I finally cornered her and asked her how she did her leather, and it's mat board with leather over top of it. Because mat board, once you wet mat board, you can actually mold it to a shape and it'll keep that shape. You can't do it too much or it'll rip, but you could like bend it to where it's kind of pauldron shaped or
Well, that's actually
or Zelda armor shaped. And
no, we're
if
gonna
you-
make mine out of
you can
Sintra.
cover
We're
it
gonna
with
make
thin
mine out of
leather and it
Sintra,
gives it an actual
'cause I'm
leather
evil.
consistency. And it looks
I love
realistic.
Sintra. Oh no, I should be like Chris McMurphy. Think over. Yes, you're hot. Deal with it. Yay! Okay. This outfit literally cost me 99 cents. Well, that includes the dollar.
Well, yeah, it's not gonna go yet.
Yeah, this was like an unreleased outfit they had for the 12-inch doll in 1978 of Leia, and I was just like, this is quite possibly the most ridiculous outfit I've ever seen in my life. I must make this. So this is like some nasty old tablecloth that I got out of storage, my grandma's storage. Yeah. I had the trim already. I had the wig and the boots. I
We're
used
big
my
fans of reusing wigs a lot.
Yes, because wigs are expensive.
The Haruka wig is totally reusable.
I used my Padme boots that I use, and like I said, I literally bought some teal stretch pants at Goodwill for $1.
They're painted denim and they're horrible.
And they are horrible. Can I show them my pants?
Yeah, show up
Okay.
your pants.
I hate my pants. I'll stand like this.
Make them so much love.
Quite possibly
You're actually like literally right next to the slide. It's kind of funny.
Love the pants, people. No, I'm just kidding. But not bad for a freaking doll outfit, right? And it only took me 2 hours to make all of it and do the hair.
That's some pretty wild wig hair.
I'm efficient.
You are.
And it is pretty.
That's why we're friends.
That's all actually of the slides I have.
I
I'm
can say the
pretty
same about
sure.
Pepper.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's all. We would like to take questions, please.
Yeah, we still got 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Ask questions. Talk about things.
Talk about things.
Look at how my arc
What
reactor
about you
glows in the
guys?
dark.
Have you guys made like we know Laura made a lot of her stuff herself, other stuff around her house and other places. What about anybody else? Or you could even talk about your first cosplay and if it was great or not so great.
Yes.
I was not so great.
What would you say the biggest challenge you've ever had in recreating a piece is?
Oh goodness. Okay, let's see. There's quite a few. Well, the buckle and brooch I did for Prego Padme is really intricate design. So it took 2 of us to make it and sculpt it and make it look right. Zelda's jewels were a pain until I found the
I
piece for my
absolutely
coffee
hate
table.
working with casting resin pieces. It's horrible. I never do it anymore. In fact, I do hot glue for everything now because it's so much easier to work with than resin.
Well, also if you get the 2-part
Very
epoxy, it's
forgiving.
really fast. Like you have to have that stuff mixed and done in 5 minutes.
What about the birthday cake dress you did for Kaylee? Wow.
It only took 150 hours, no big deal. And that was version 2 because I added a
She
few
keeps
more
adding
hours.
panels
God, I
to it
broke
to make
one.
it wider. Which is
Oh,
hilarious. Because usually I'm cosplaying Simon, so I'm back here behind her dress going,
Or under it.
yeah.
There are some pictures. Okay, no, I'm just kidding.
There's pictures.
It's
of it.
still not done.
There's pictures.
I still do not have the fringe on the sleeves.
She doesn't.
But I'm marching in the parade at Dragon Con, so I will have 152 hours in this. Actually, maybe more because the fringe I'm actually having, it's a lattice pattern with tassels sewn onto it, and they don't really sell lattice chainette trim, so I'm having to knot it all myself, spray check it all, cut tassels off some really ugly $30 a yard trim that I found that had the right colors, so I bought I wanted to cry. So I'm having to take all those off. So all those on my hands. So, yeah. Yeah. But it is like my favorite costume. And I don't know, it's becoming my second favorite. Prairie Harpies. Oh yeah, I made Prairie Harpy Kaylee too, by the
She
way.
has like this hand crocheted napkin that she put on it that looks just like
2 of them, 2 doilies.
Yeah, 2 doilies
Cut
that
up
she combined
and put
together,
together.
just like the screen accurate one.
And since I'm such a glutton for punishment, those are actually like costumes I put into my epic category because the fabric for Prairie Harpy was the closest I've ever seen to that fabric, and it's $27 a yard for a 2-foot wide piece of fabric. And about 5 yards. But it looked so good! It was so thin I had to line it in muslin too. I was just like, oh yeah, and there's princess seams on the front and the back. And again, I'm glutton for punishment and I love accuracy. Her sleeves are sewn into the seams. Yeah. So mine are too. Mine are too. I like princess seams generally. I'm gonna see if I have a picture now. Oh, look, Dr. Rose.
I think the hardest thing I've ever done with my current
Oh, it's
project, I'm trying to build armor. I'm trying to
I love
build
me some
Iron Man,
Dr. Rose,
and
y'all.
it's
Oh, by the way, another stickler for punishment, I do a lot of Rose Tyler outfits. That gets expensive.
because she has to buy the actual pieces, the screen accurate pieces, and
Yes. Because that's the word. I have bought the metal one that is screen accurate and took 4 months to get in because,
it's from China.
yeah. And that one's actually like Rebel Legion approved and everything because accuracy.
With our hot
Well,
glue
that was
metals.
actually before I fixed the color and made it screen
Me and
accurate.
Luke have hot glue metals. They're awesome.
Oh, shoot. Oh, wait, look. Screen accurate Rose Tyler for the win.
Mine's not screen accurate. Wow.
Blue and white prairie. Sorry. Now I'm just going to show off things. I'm sorry. Unless people have questions.
Yes, please. Please show up, Kaylee.
Okay. Well, here's Prairie Harvey. This is my most recent Kaylee because I make all the Kayleys. There she is. She has a tie here. This fabric is like the closest thing ever. It's ridiculously expensive.
Double doily on the chest piece.
Yeah. I actually have been a queen. She asked me, she was like, I want to make this. Where did you find that fabric? So I kind of find it to be mad props if you get really famous cosplayers asking you for your sources. I'm like, fine. There. Yay, Blondie. I have a much better Blondie. That was here last year.
Okay, I was like, that was before you put an extra panel in it because it looks kind of small.
No.
I ripped the back open and put this
Yeah, I
much
slid
in
it
the
up the
back.
back, put a V of more of the same fabric I had underneath, and then luckily I had luckily ruffled fabric from before, and I put them all up by hand. It was that big last year. That is from last year.
My closet's in the costume. You're not.
Oh Lord.
There's the one where you make your own plaid with ribbon.
Where?
Up there, going there, all the way on the right, left.
That's pants.
Up, there you go.
Oh. Oh yeah. I made, well, you
She
can't
made
really
her
see
plaid
it.
completely out of ribbon. She did that herself.
And the stripes on the boats.
Yep.
And I self-draped all of that because I didn't have the pattern at the time. Remind me too.
And that's my link wig, and I was lazy for the rest of it.
You MacGyvered it because it's all out of your closet.
Oh yeah, there's the Young Justice one picture. You know,
What's this one? Shit. Which one?
that one.
I don't like that. Okay.
Whatever you agree. Our masks are made out of fun foam, heat molded. We used
yeah,
two
that's
Batman masks that we bought at Party City, and we cut a sliver of foam of the fun foam, the 89 cents fun foam, in a rectangle. Heated it over a stove eye for 15 seconds, put one in one Batman mask, use the other Batman mask to press it down, and then let it cool that way, and then cut the shape of the mask out and glue it to our faces.
That is T-shirt Miss Martian too.
And that is t-shirt Miss Marshall.
And T-shirt Superboy. And Goodwill Black Canary.
Oh, and handkerchief bow tie on Zatanna.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And Artemis, I think hers was also listed. Oh, we could talk about Red Arrow's quiver, how you made it out of a Chanel purse.
Oh yeah, I bought a
Gucci
Chanel
purse.
I bought this like circular Gucci purse at Goodwill, and I cut the side out of it and glued the tabs down with hot glue and spray painted it black, and that was the quiver.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, we're all about
That worked
buying
really well.
things. It's totally
$2.
Goodwill is amazing.
It's good for when you're really poor and you like wearing a different costume every 4 hours.
True.
You're a person in general.
Oh wait, let's see, that one is from us. I have that outfit now, by the way.
Of course you've seen me.
Oh, I'm making an Effie trinket out of a butt ugly dress I found at Goodwill. I'm gonna use it.
Can you use a bad prom dress?
Yep, it cost me $2. I'm going to take that because it's not that one, but the purple outfit with the ruching.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna actually make it a bolero. Meant to get some black stretchy velvet that I have in my house. Make a bodice, and I'm gonna use that purple for a skirt and hairdoing. Because I already have a wig. What do you do?
I love it when that's a qualifying thing. I already have a wig for that. I should make the costume.
Yeah.
Yep. That's pretty much all.
I don't know what else I have. Oh, well, and no, that one costs too much to make. I know I got you good things.
clip light was laying on my table one night, and I was like, I could totally be Tony Stark.
That's the tablecloth, that's the curtain, those all, but it's completely beaded because I spent entirely too much time putting a turquoise bead on each one of those. That is some trim I just happen to have at the house. And there are pearls and lapis beads all over it because I have a really
I
good
love
cheap
that
source
dress.
for real pearls if anybody needs it. I had sleeves for that too, but I don't have it on. But that's the shower curtain. That's my friend Amy. She's wonderful. That's the shower curtain. The red part there. The white was just fabric that we had around the house too.
So I was
But
maybe
our
we
room
find
works,
$20
especially for like
fabric.
renters.
$2.
Noble is expensive. Can be. Or it can be really cheap. Depending. Any more questions? I'm just gonna stare it up and who other one. In rows.
Did you know the original Doctor Who suit was made out of 5 pairs of pants from the Gap?
Yep. The jacket was because
Even the BBC MacGyver stuff.
yep. Even the BBC gets tired of having David Tennant break things and starts buying the toy from Thingy. Sonic screwdriver, what? Are there any questions?
Yeah, I sped through that.
We did. I know. I always do. It's horrible. Like I speed through every time. And then my questions. Questions.
Do you ever do children's costumes? And if so, what do you think it's like working with them?
Working with children is horrible, and that way I make their parents do their own measurements, and that way if the measurements are wrong, it's the parents' fault.
I actually, for kids, I tend to make stuff that's adjustable and will grow with the kid. That is, yeah. My child is
I'm not
gonna be
that
Kaylee from like to whenever I have one. Because her name's gonna be cute. What? I'm gonna name a kid Jedediah Isaac too. I'm kidding. I would never do that. Poor child gets kicked every day.
My friend just finished writing an anomaly.
Oh, like Animali?
An anomaly. Anomaly May.
Nice.
You're kidding. Anomaly?
Anomaly.
Yeah.
Our parents were weird, so I can understand it.
If I want to come like see some of our stuff, we had a lot more examples. We just kind of left them over. You can come see them, touch the things. We don't mind. Touch the buns. They're not gonna fall out. Oh, I found a really awesome way to make detachable Leia buns using just like wig knit things and detachable loose yaki hair. Or because people on Etsy sell them for $125 a piece, and I'm like, I can make that and sell it to you for $20.
We used a floral, like the floral foam base on
Oh yeah, Leia's,
on
other Leia's
phone.
head.
Yeah, on one of our Leias, she's got like a piece of floral foam with a yaki braid wrapped around it. And it works beautifully.
And her belt, we found aluminum pieces at Lowe's and cut them. And they're with buttons. She did ceremony Leia, the one that I showed her earlier.
Yeah.
I can pull it back up. Here. There. Sorry, it was the picture. Every time I see it. It happens. It
Shatner. The one where he's touching your boob.
I think my boob's touching him. Nope.
No,
That's the one where he has dirty old man grin, like, hey, you shouldn't touch me. He really does. That was made out of some like double knit t-shirt fabric I had, and I dyed it myself. Because I don't like trying to find things that are the right color. Oh, there she is. Okay. You made Luke's jacket out of really cheap fabric.
I made Luke's jacket on
It's
lining
quilted
material.
and it's screen accurate.
Oh God.
I know.
All that quilting. It's kind of like Flynn from Rapunzel. I had to quilt that entire doublet over and over and over and over and over. It was like 2 days of quilting.
Is Cassidy's the resin model? Or is there
Cassidy's is made of Sculpey and then mine's.
Oh, that's right, because
mine's
the resin
pop.
would not set.
Yeah, the resin wouldn't set for some reason for it.
So there are errors.
So we just happened to make my second one, and I did it in the hotel right before we went downstairs to take this picture.
Yep.
And so now that medal right there has got a backing piece of cardboard from the hotel. It says Marriott Atlanta on it, or Sheraton Atlanta on it.
I wish there was a better picture of her hair. because we just have her put her hair in shit. She's really short hair. We just put it in a ponytail. I pin the ever-loving crap out of it and spray it. Then I just like take really long hairpins and I'm like jabbing through. Thank goodness it's foam. So it's, I mean, I think we're gonna have to make a new one soon because we've had to jab it so much. But I mean, it worked really well. Hey, what's your R2 helmet made out of?
You were a little quiet.
You were, what was that, Pepper?
A mixing bowl.
Damn, see? That's right, don't get Fluttershy on me, you get Pepper on. Well, thanks for coming. That's all we really have, unless there's any more questions.
Perfect timing that I have.
Ask all the questions! All the questions! Any questions? I know, right? Like, why do you costume? Because I'm insane.
Why are you insane?
Because you're
Costume.
costumes.
It's a catchphrase.
As she said, blood for punishment, she keeps having to add.
I really am. It's so much fun, though. Well, no, it's not. I was up swearing really a lot in Zelda, but it looks so
fun.
good.
It's fun when you wear it, not when you make it.
There is like a nice balance. The more you swear, the better your costume.
Yeah.
Do you like
an unspoken tradition.
Do you like making outfits more, or do you like
And we're
making
Yes.
props
into
into it?
the very
Rage.
He asked the question. You like making outfits and props more?
I just started doing a lot of props actually.
Yeah, the prop thing's really recent.
But I mean, I'm liking it. I haven't. It's something new, so and I love learning things because I can sew all day long. And good, but
I'm finding that prop making is much more educational as far as I go, because like sewing, basically I've got that down, so I can just be like, oh, I'll make that out of this material, I'll draft the pattern this way, and I'll do
It'll
this,
take you
this,
like
and
2
this, and
hours.
it's done. But the prop is like, how am I gonna do that?
I actually like out of all of it, I actually prefer wig making.
Here, pull up the picture. Like, here, let me get you my jump.
Give me your jump drive. Whoa. Whoa.
So you use hot glue for a lot of things. Do you use a single hot glue gun, or what method do you use them for?
I have 3 different hot glue guns.
Tell me what.
Sometimes, or 4 if he borrows mine.
Yeah.
I have a high temp. He has.
I have
I
2
wanted
temps and a high
I
temp.
wanted 2 temp. They make a dual temp now. Well, I'm sure they have for a while, but I found one. I was like, I would love to have that.
Oh, yeah, there's the finished,
Where?
right there. That last one came out right.
Dang it, there.
Yeah, that's what it looks like when it's done.
Terminator makeup.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
Aluminum foil and eyeshadow.
And like,
And liquid latex.
what if you're allergic to latex?
Use nose putty.
You can also use new skin.
New skin. I've not used that before.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it would be really weird.
Gets great burn
Okay,
effects.
there's a picture of the Miss Martian t-shirts.
Yay, Miss Martian t-shirts. Yep,
All
that's what it
t-shirts.
was, all t-shirts.
3 t-shirts put together.
That was the night it was getting put together.
Yeah. And then I've got a picture of the positive mold of the metal.
Oh yeah, you can see all the detail on
Still on
it.
its baking sheet, yeah.
Wait. Now you can see the detail.
That was an exact blade. While I was staring at a still from New Hope.
Oh, no, not this one.
That's
This
actually
one's
my
not
other shield. I was right after the picture was taken. I was glommed by a fangirl, and my shield got destroyed. But that is another road sign. But the jewel on it got shattered.
I have 2 road signs if you ever want to make 2 more shields.
Yes.
I have a stop sign and a yield sign or something.
Yeah.
We find it on the side of the road.
We live out.
We do not take road
No, we do
signs
not
off the
steal road
no.
signs.
Like my stop
I
sign
go to the
has,
dump and
like,
pick them up, or I find them on the side of the road.
It was all on the ground.
There's next to my shield picture is my paper craft part.
Oh yeah, there's your arm that you
It's
don't
part
have.
of my Iron Man armor.
Cool. That's really interesting.
It's made out of cardstock right now, and I've been paper macheing it, but I tried to sand it today, and the paper mache started crumbling off, so I'm gonna have to Bondo it.
Is that similar to Pepakura?
That is a pepper actually. It had to be scaled down because I'm tiny.
How much did you have to cut off of it?
I had to cut off like 4 inches, and then I had to cut off 2 inches down the middle, and
It's okay. We don't mind that you're.
I'm only 2 inches shorter than our DJ.
Oh! Ooh!
Yeah.
Ooh! Yes!
Which is on my auto mail.
Yeah.
That's fun foam. 89 cents a sheet. That cost me $5 plus the studs.
That's my reference.
Yeah, I know, right?
Not the only reason. Hey, look, Zelda armor.
In progress. Armor, fun foam, hot glue. Yes.
How'd you get the
He's gonna make me
fingers
some
done?
too.
The fingers are actually individual, like they're cut off on the bottom, so there's just like a little strip across it, and then there's an elastic band that goes from the hand piece that goes into the pinky piece. So it's like 3 digits attached by
It
a
allows you to articulate pretty well.
Oh yeah, it's perfect. The thumb gave me a little bit of trouble at first, so I had put in like an extra piece right here of elastic instead because it was a solid piece at first, and so it kept ripping. Yeah.
No, you're fine.
It works really well, and then there's of course there's a gap between the elbow joint and the forearm, so I can move my arm really well. I love that stuff. I wish I had more reasons to wear it.
Did you have a pattern for your auto mail?
No, I made it myself.
That's impressive.
So like,
I based it off of the cover of Cosmo #9.
oh, you have a separate folder just for your auto.
Yeah, I just copied it in there. Let's see. There's my tie after I made it, the headband tie. When I couldn't find my tie and I made it out of a headband with a piece of elastic, right here. It actually looked like a tie when it was done.
Yeah, it is. I'm just gonna be like, here, Dorian, show off your awesomeness. Because
There's my Coke where all of my details are made out of hot glue. Yeah, the Coke Alessandro for Turning Blood. Everything on there is made out of hot glue.
all that?
All of it's hot glue.
That's hot glue?
All of it.
Did you paint it or was it gold hot
It
glue?
was gold hot glue for Christmas.
You found all the colors on the hot glue.
Yeah, usually they've got like a
But it's shiny.
Yeah, it turned out really well.
Yeah.
Except that I forgot my pants in the pictures. Yeah.
Dorian, no pants. So if there's no more questions or anything, or you don't want us to show off anything else, and you're like,
I just saw whatever you want in there. I don't
no,
care.
not me. I don't know what I have. Oh, there's my like jank Greta badge from when I made Greta. Oh wait. Those totally became a bag. Those coveralls right there. Those are now a bag somewhere. I have made 3 pairs of coveralls. But yeah, those are
She
now.
likes painting. If you want to come up and touch props too.
Oh! I'm actually going to show this off because my friend Sarah here made Zoe's vest out of like some scrap vinyl. I think she murdered a couch cushion or something, I'm not sure. But she totally
She's
made
small
that.
enough where she can murder a couch cushion.
I know. But she looks really good.
But up here we've got the
It was
hot
her
glue
first
metal.
sewing project and it looked really great in person.
Up here we've got the hot glue metal, the vest that I made out of a single shirt, the headband, necktie, and the Watson cane.
Okay.
And the arc reactors anymore. Look at that because it's kind of awesome.
Yes, I did Joker. And yes, I made it out of scrap fabric.
Oh, see?
Find it.
You
And you
just
can also buy Hot Harley.
I had it right there.
It was right there in that folder.
No, that wasn't mine. That was the reference pic.
Error.
There's one of them. I have a picture with my Hot Harley. There's my Hot Harley. I made the Harley outfit too. Wasn't for punishment. But yeah, that's all like scrap fabric and a fake flower that I yanked off a fake plant in my house. That kind of looks like
Out the door, you just.
I was like, ooh, it's Harley. He has a lily. Done. No, the wig I actually colored with acrylic ink and alcohol. That is a wonderful way to dye wig. Scrap. It's like scrap micro suede I had at home. That was all scrap fabric. And it's actually pinstripe. I made the bow tie out of some quilting squares I had.
My goal is if I have to make a costume, I want to do it in under $50.
I'm gonna do it for $1.
Yeah, your dollar.
Yeah, my $1. My ugly Goodwill pants. What?
Oh,
Oh, they're
run for
here.
the hills, Clint's here.
Who?
On his way.
I don't know who Clint is. I don't. Oh God, run. I mean, what?
Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you should.
That's it, we're time.
No, one more time. Well, look at your awesome Robin.
I got it. I used that Batman belt from Hot Topic.
It works.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I just want to show him off as Robin because he doesn't do anything badly.
I absolutely love that costume. It's my favorite costume in the world. I drafted that pattern, the bodysuit pattern, completely by myself from scratch at work, and It was all put together with an industrial serger.
Yeah,
It was sexy.
it was.
And then I hand embroidered that logo and that took forever.
Because you couldn't find a patch.
I couldn't find a patch and I couldn't get a hold of an embroidery. It was gone. Thanks for coming, everybody.
Everybody, guys. Sorry about
Now I need ice.
But it's okay. We need